Rant's talk about friend of the show. Jasmine was on our very first ever River City Live about 10 years ago. So as Rant said, people are avoiding gluten these days. And Chef Jasmine Wooden has been creating delicious gluten-free meals and sauces for years. And now she's here to doctor up 2 already delicious meals. Jasmine, why are people steering away from gluten, even if they're not maybe someone with celiac?
Absolutely. So we're learning that gluten sometimes just has adverse effects on our body. Inflammation, bloating, and sometimes it also has something to do with hyperactivity and different things like that. We're finding some links. So what we try to do at Blue Sage is ensure that we have a ton of options that are naturally gluten-free, and then things that we can modify to make gluten-free, we do that.
So let's talk about those modifications.
Absolutely.
When you're looking at ingredients and you're unsure, sometimes the best bet is to just make it all from scratch.
Exactly.
So what are we doing right now?
Yep, absolutely. So today we're talking about sauces. My favorite thing is taking base proteins, base ingredients, and adding sauces. So if you go and you can find a great deal on chicken breast or salmon, you can take 4 or 5 different sauces and completely change that meal 5, 6, 7 times over. So today we're gonna make a chicken Florentine sauce. Ooh. I call it chicken Florentine, but this could go on your salmon, this could go on pasta, this could go on anything that you'd want it on. But since we're focusing on gluten-free, let's talk about what that looks like on a protein. So here I've got a Tuscan sauce. It's got sun-dried tomatoes, capers, basil, and kale. And you're gonna watch what we do with kale today.
I can't wait.
All right, and then we've over here just got a kale pesto that we rubbed on top of a salmon, roasted. So again, no waste here. Same ingredients. We're tossing garlic, kale, lemon, olive oil, juice.
And can we see that there are some multicolored peppers going in this
Absolutely.
pan? We may have to even, oh, there we go.
All right,
yeah,
perfect.
so it smells delicious.
Awesome.
I'm sure you know that just watching.
So then we're gonna add to those peppers and garlic a little bit of white wine just to kind of deglaze that pan. We're gonna sprinkle in a little bit of salt.
What do you mean when you say glaze that pan?
So there's gonna be some really good bits that kind of browned on the bottom of the pan, and we wanna get all that flavor. We don't wanna leave anything behind. So we're adding in an acid, which is our wine. It's gonna impart flavor, and it's gonna pick up those little bits off of the bottom of the pan.
So you don't want it to look like a soup, you just want it to be wet.
You just want it to be wet, and you'll watch, it's gonna dry up. It's gonna absorb all of this into those peppers and onions, and then you're going to, not pepper and garlic, and then you're gonna make a sauce out of that. While that's kind of simmering down, I'm gonna do one more thing for us. Again, we're talking about waste. So we're gonna have beautiful fillets of salmon, but then there's always kind of those random pieces that get left behind.
Scrappies.
The scrappies. I like to dice those little guys up, and we're gonna just toss those in a pan as well. Again, no waste. A little bit of salt on those.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing with those?
I know, and we're gonna toss in a little bit of pepper and onion there too, because we've got these peppers going. Again, there's always the waste. The tops of those peppers are gonna be great here. We're gonna saute those up, and then we've got a variety of sauces that are gonna turn these into whatever meal you want them to be. So while this is going.
So we have about 2 minutes now
All
to really get into saucing.
Perfect, let's talk sauces. So I'm adding some heavy cream to this. So this one's got cream. You could do this with coconut cream as well. And if you did it with coconut cream, it would be completely vegan, vegetarian, whatever you need it to be. Most importantly, it would be dairy-free. And so we can top our chicken with this when it's all ready. We're gonna let that simmer down a little bit longer.
Delicious.
And then I've got some sauces I'm gonna let you play with, and you tell me what you think. So over here, I've got a really, really yummy tomato basil. Super simple, roasted romas, simmered down with salt, basil, garlic, and olive oil. Easy. This would go well on anything on the table. Same here. That pesto, we can take that pesto, it's kale, garlic, lemon, olive oil. We can top that with anything here, or add some cream and make it a creamy pesto. So we've got a tons of options. So you can take this one chicken breast, this one piece of salmon, and you've got 6 or 7 meals that can happen for your family.
Okay, so all of these sauces, by the way, you're going to be able to get a hold of these sauces made by Blue Sage and Chef Jasmine very soon into the near future. And of course, we're gonna have her back to tell us about that. But I've gotta know, so what is happening over here? Because we have about 30 seconds
So this is gonna saute, and this may not be done right now, but I think at the end of the show, we may be able to pick back and look at it. It's gonna saute, we're gonna drop it in a plate here, and we're gonna just choose a sauce to top it with.
Oh my goodness. This is so exciting because you have literally created so almost uncountable amounts of meals right here with just the ingredients you're seeing on this table.
The ingredients here.
Okay, people are gonna wanna follow you. They're gonna wanna know when those sauces are gonna come out. So what is the best way for Blue Sage Cuisine and Chef Jasmine Wooden?
So if you head over to our website, it's www.bluesagecuisine.com. You can also check us out on any of our social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, at Blue Sage Cuisine.
Jasmine, thank you so much. We're gonna check back and have a delicious plate at the end of the show to show everybody. All right.